I saw the tears you hid from everyone today, and I want you to know you did not hide them from me. You wiped your face before you walked back into the room. You steadied your voice before you answered them. But I was there, in the moment before the mask went back on. You do not have to fix your face for me. You do not have to be brave here. You only have to stay for these few quiet minutes, exactly as you are. If you are the one who has been crying where no one can see, then this is for you, and you are not alone in it. So loosen your shoulders and let out the breath you have been holding all evening. Before another word, let me be honest with you, because you have had enough people be careless with your heart. What you are about to hear is an encouragement drawn from the Bible, a reflection offered gently in faith. It is not a private revelation. It is not a prediction about your life, and it is not a guarantee of any particular outcome. It is simply the comfort of Scripture, read slowly over you tonight, in the place where you have been weeping alone. And there is one verse I want to lay underneath everything I say to you. It comes from the Psalms, the 56th Psalm, verse 8. Listen to the words without rushing. Thou tellest my wanderings. Put thou my tears into thy bottle. Are they not in thy book? Read that again, slowly, in your own heart. Your wandering is counted. Your tears are gathered and kept. Your sorrow is written down in a book that is not forgotten. Not one tear has fallen to the ground unnoticed. Not one of them has been wasted. This is not a pretty saying. It is the ancient testimony of the one who made you. In the Scriptures, this is the voice of a God who keeps the very tears the world overlooks. And tonight, that ancient comfort is being spoken over you in your hidden grief. So let these words reach you the way the Bible offers them, as if the Father himself were sitting beside you in the dark and saying, "My child, I saw you tonight. I saw you in the parked car with the engine off before you were ready to walk inside. I saw you in the bathroom with the tap running so that no one in the house would hear you break. I saw you long after the lights went out, with your face pressed into the pillow so the sound would not carry down the hall." The Scriptures say it plainly, in the 139th Psalm, that you search out my path and my lying down, and are acquainted with all my ways. There was no corner private enough to hide your sorrow from me. There never was. And I did not turn away from the sight of you crying. I drew closer. I know you learned to cry quietly a long time ago. Somewhere along the way, you decided your tears were a burden to other people. So you swallowed them down and carried them alone. You learned to time your breaking for when the door was closed. You learned to cry on the inside while your face stayed still. But hear me now. Your tears were never a nuisance to heaven. The world may have taught you that strength means showing nothing, that grief is something to apologize for, that you are too much when you finally let it out. That is not how I see you, and it has never been how I counted you. When you wept where no one could see, I was the one who saw, and I held what you could not say out loud. There is a quiet voice you have learned to live with, isn't there? It speaks softly, in your own tone. So for years you assumed it was simply you thinking. It tells you that no one would understand. It tells you that if they really knew the weight you carry, they would step back. It whispers that you are a burden, and that crying alone is just proof of how alone you truly are. And in the dark, it counts your tears against you, as if they were a sign of weakness instead of a sign of love. My child, hear me. That voice does not tell you the truth. It does not speak for heaven, and it does not speak for the one who gathers your tears. So when that old voice begins again tonight, let the truth answer it. When it says no one sees you, the truth says, I see you. When it says your crying is pointless, the truth says, I keep every tear. When it says you are alone in this, the truth says, I am here in the room with you. You do not have to silence that voice by force. You only have to stop believing it knows you better than I do. So if you are listening tonight with eyes that are still wet, this is for you. If you have become an expert at crying without making a sound, this is for you. If you have learned to hold everyone else together and then fall apart only when the house is finally quiet, this is for you. If you have wept so often in so many hidden places that you have started to believe your tears mean nothing to anyone, this especially is for you. You do not have to compose yourself here. You do not have to perform strength. You do not have to dry your eyes before you are ready. Come as you are with your face still wet and stay. In the Gospel of John, chapter 11, there is a small and tender moment that I want you to hold on to. When his friend Lazarus had died and the grief in the room was heavy, the scriptures tell us simply that Jesus, standing among the mourners, wept. Sit with that. The one who could speak galaxies into being chose to stand in a place of grief and weep. He did not call tears a weakness. He did not tell the grieving to compose themselves. He wept with them, in front of them, without shame. So when you cry alone tonight, know that your tears do not embarrass heaven. Heaven understands them from the inside. The one you are crying out to is not a stranger to weeping. He has stood exactly where you stand. And I want to speak gently about all the tears you thought were wasted. The ones you cried where no one ever knew. The ones that came at 2 a.m. for a grief you could not even name. The ones that fell while you were driving, or while you were washing dishes, or while you smiled at someone and ached underneath it. You thought they simply dried and disappeared and meant nothing at all. But the scriptures say your tears are kept, gathered, and remembered, every single one. Each silent tear was counted. Each wordless ache was understood. None of it was wasted, and none of it was ever too small to matter to the one who made you. Sometimes the comfort did not come the way you wanted it, and sometimes the only answer was a quiet presence in the dark, which can be the hardest gift to receive. But your crying was never invisible, not for one night. Beneath the surface, in the places your eyes could not reach, something tender was being kept safe on your behalf. Like rain that soaks into ground that looks dry and barren, until one morning the field is green and you cannot say exactly when the change began. You were never as unseen in your weeping as you felt. Now, I know you may not feel any of this yet. Comfort comes slowly to a heart that has cried alone for a long time. And that is all right. The truth does not wait for your tears to dry before it becomes true. You are seen tonight, whether you feel seen or not. You are held, whether you feel the holding or not. And these promises were written down centuries before you were born, so that they could find you tonight, in this exact moment, with your face still wet. So let me say it again, slowly, the way you may have needed someone to say it to you for years. You are seen, not watched, seen, known in your grief, and loved through it. The world taught you to measure your worth by how composed you stay, by how rarely you cry in front of anyone, by how little you let your pain show. But that is not how heaven measures you. Your value was never tied to how well you held yourself together. It was tied to the love of the one who made you. And that love does not shrink when you fall apart, and it does not grow when you hold it in. When you are strong, you are loved. When you are weeping, you are loved. When you keep it together, you are loved. And on the night the dam finally breaks, you are loved still. I want you to look back for a moment on the nights you were sure you could not cry your way through, the nights the grief felt bottomless, the hours you wept until you had nothing left and were certain morning would never come. And yet, here you are. The morning did come. You are still breathing, still here. Do you ever wonder how? How you survived a sorrow that felt like it would drown you? How a strange quiet settled over you eventually, on a night you had every reason to fall apart completely. How you woke up with just enough to face one more day, when the night before you were empty. The scriptures would say that was not random. That was the hand that gathered your tears and never let you go. You did not survive those nights because you cried quietly enough or were strong enough alone. You survived because you were held, even when you could not feel the arms that held you. And here is something your grief has been hiding from you. You are not the same person who first started crying in secret. You think you have only been falling apart, but you have also been growing tender in the dark, where tenderness is hardest to see. The compassion you feel now for other hurting people, you did not have it before. The gentleness you carry toward the broken, you bought that with your own hidden tears. The quiet depth in you, the way you notice the ache in others that no one else catches, that was formed in the very nights you cried alone. The scriptures say that those who sow in tears shall reap in joy, that weeping may endure for a night, but a different morning is coming. Your tears were never sent to destroy you. They have been watering something in you that the comfortable could never grow. And you are becoming more compassionate, more real, and more able to hold another person's pain than you have ever been. One day, you will sit beside someone who is crying exactly the way you cried tonight. And because you have been there, they will not feel so alone. Not one of your hidden tears is going to be wasted. And let me speak gently to the loneliness that has made these nights feel so heavy. You have looked at other people and assumed they do not cry the way you do. You decided you were the only one falling apart in private. You imagined everyone else was fine, untouched, sleeping peacefully, while you lay awake with a wet pillow and a heart that ached. But you are not the only one weeping in the dark tonight. And you are not the strange one for doing it. All over the world, in parked cars and quiet bathrooms and rooms gone dark, hearts are breaking the same way yours is. The scriptures are full of people who wept in the night and were never once abandoned by God. The ones who cried out from the depths, the ones who soaked their beds with tears, the ones heaven drew close to in their sorrow. Your tears do not make you weak. They make you human, and they make you mine. So stop believing that crying alone means you are alone. You are exactly the one heaven leans toward, and heaven has never, not even once, ignored the sound of weeping. So tonight, I am asking you to set down a few things you were never meant to carry alone. Lay down the shame you feel about your own tears. Lay down the belief that you must hide your grief to be acceptable. Lay down the fear that no one would stay if they saw you fall apart. You were not made to weep in secret forever, and you were never meant to weep without being seen. And about all the nights you keep replaying, the losses you cannot stop grieving, the goodbye you never got to say, the version of your life you keep mourning. Hear this carefully, my child. Your grief is not too much. Your tears are not a failure of faith. The scriptures promise that there is a morning when every tear will be wiped away. And until that morning, every tear you cry is being kept, not counted against you, but treasured. Comfort was never a reward for the people who cried the least. It has always been a gift for the ones who could not stop, and that includes you. So lay the weight of it down too. Not because the grief was nothing, but because you were never meant to hold it all by yourself. If these words have reached something in you tonight, you do not need to do anything dramatic. You do not owe anyone a comment to make this real. You do not have to prove your pain to a stranger. But if you would like, take this quiet moment with your eyes still wet and turn it into a small prayer. It can be as simple as this. Lord, you see my tears. Help me believe I am not alone in them. There are no perfect words. The scriptures show God meeting people in groans and in weeping and in prayers too broken to finish. Your honesty, even through tears, is enough. And if someone you love comes to mind right now, someone who you sense is also crying alone, you are welcome to share this with them. Not as a chain, not as a demand, just as a quiet kindness, the way you would sit beside someone and let them cry without rushing them. Now here is one gentle but important reminder, and I will not hurry past it. Faith is a deep comfort, but it is not a replacement for care. If the weight you are carrying feels too heavy, if the crying does not stop, if your mind or your heart is struggling in a way that frightens you, please also reach out to a doctor, a counselor, or someone you trust. Comfort and help were always meant to walk together. Asking for support is not a failure of faith. It is wisdom, and it is brave. And before we come to the end, let me ask one simple thing of you. Stay a little longer. Hold on through this night. I am not telling you the grief suddenly lifts. I am not handing you a date or a guarantee or a tidy ending wrapped with a bow. I am telling you what faith has always whispered to the weeping, that your tears are seen and kept, and that morning has a way of coming even when you cannot picture it. You have made it through every night you were sure you would not survive. Think about that for a moment. That was not luck. That was grace, gathering your tears and carrying you on the nights you did not even notice you were being carried. And the same grace that kept you this far is not about to look away now. So when the night feels endless, hold on. When the tears come again, hold on. When you cannot see past this one dark hour, just breathe through the one moment in front of you and hold on. So as this message comes toward its close, I want to leave one thing in your hands to carry into tomorrow. Your weeping has not gone unseen, and it will not have the final word. The Psalms put it this way, in the 30th Psalm, the promise that weeping endures for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Whatever this season has taken from you, the last word over your life is not this sorrow. The tears you cried in secret are gathered and kept and remembered by the one who made you. I will not promise you a date. I will not promise you exactly how the comfort comes. I will not pretend to know what only God knows. You have been handed enough empty words, and I will not add to that pile. But I can leave you with what the scriptures say with full confidence. Your wanderings are counted. Your tears are kept in his bottle. They are written in his book, and they are not forgotten. So lift your head tonight, even with wet eyes. Not because the sorrow is suddenly over, but because you were never, not for one moment, crying alone. Take one more slow breath now, and let this be the truth you fall asleep on. Your tears are seen. Your tears are kept, and you are loved. If a quiet message like this brings you peace, you are always welcome to stay close to this little corner where we simply sit with the scriptures together. And wherever tomorrow takes you, whatever you are walking through, may you walk through it knowing that the one who gathers your tears has not let go of your hand. Peace be with you, my friend. Rest now.